Maria Yuryevna Kirilenko is a Russian tennis player and model. Kirilenko won the 2002 U.S. Open girls singles and won her first WTA Tour title in 2005, defeating Anna-Lena Grönefeld in the China Open. She has reached 3 Grand Slam singles quarterfinals, at the 2010 Australian Open, the 2012 Wimbledon Championships and the 2013 French Open. In doubles, she has reached 2 Grand Slam doubles finals, at the 2011 Australian Open and the 2012 French Open, won the 2012 WTA Tour Championships and was a bronze medalist at the 2012 London Olympics. In June 2013, Kirilenko reached her career high ranking of world number 10. Tennis career, junior career. In 2002, Kirilenko became one of the youngest winners of the Canadian Open and US Open junior tournaments. Professional career, 2003 Euro 2006. In 2002, Kirilenko started participating in WTA events. She began moving up the rankings in 2004, but was set back by an injury. At the 2004 French Open, Kirilenko took the first set off Serena Williams before losing in 3 sets. At the end of 2005, she climbed back up the rankings and won her first title in Beijing. On June 12, 2006, she broke into the world's top 20 for the first time. Kirilenko was also the runner-up in Nicole Pratt at the 2004 AP Tourism Hyderabad Open. Kirilenko made her debut for Russia at the Fed Cup tournament in April 2006. In the World Group quarterfinal tie against Belgium, Kirilenko lost her singles match against 2005 US Open champion Kim Clijsters, but partnering with Dinara Safina, won her doubles match against Justine Henin and Clijsters. However, Russia ended up losing 3-2. At the 2006 US Open, Kirilenko was seeded 20th and reached the third round, before losing to Aravan Rezaiwa. 2007, in January 2007, she advanced to the third round of the 2007 Australian Open, before being defeated by third seed Svetlana Kostsova. She then competed in the 2007 Toray Pan-Pacific Open in Tokyo, where she advanced to the second round, upsetting world number 15 Shahar Peer of Israel, before being defeated by Ai Sugiyama. She then competed in the Dubai Tennis Championships, where she reached the second round, before losing in a close match to Daniela Hantucheva. At the Acura Classic in San Diego, California, Kirilenko upset second-seeded Jelena Jankovic of Serbia to advance to the quarterfinals, before losing to fellow Russian Elena Dementieva. At the East-West Bank Classic in Los Angeles, she upset 6th seed Marion Bartoli in straight sets before losing to eventual champion Ana Ivanovic in the quarterfinals. Unseeded at the US Open, she defeated Martina Marwan-Cortalair of Germany, and then 22nd seed Katarina Spotnik of Slovenia. She then lost to unseeded Julia Vakulenko of Ukraine. After the US Open, she appeared in the Sunfeast Open. There, Kirilenko won her second WTA Tour singles title, defeating unseeded Maria Karatsev of Ukraine in straight sets. Your next week at a tournament in Seoul, Kirilenko, as the fourth seed, also reached the finals, but lost to top seed Venus Williams. 2008, at the Australian Open, Kirilenko reached the fourth round of a Grand Slam tournament for the first time in her career, beating sixth seed Anna Shakhvtadze. Her next opponent was Daniela Hantucheva, to whom she lost 6-1, 4-6, 4-6, after leading 6-1, 3-1. Kirilenko then reached a second round of a Tier event in Doha, beating Ekaterina Makarova, before losing to Annabel Medina Garrigues in 3 sets. Kirilenko then lost 4 matches in a row at Dubai, Bangalore, Indian Wells, and Miami. However, as the second seed, she reached the final of a Tier 4 event at Estoril, where she defeated Evita Beniova in straight sets. She also won the doubles title there, partnering with Flavia Pennetta. Kirilenko also won in Barcelona, defeating Martina Sanchez for her 4th career WTA title in the second of the year. Kirilenko played at the Tier 3 tournament in Cincinnati in August, where she was third seed. She reached the semi-finals, where she lost to eventual champion Nadia Petrova. She partnered with Petrova as the second-seed doubles team and beat the top-seed pair of Xie Sui and Yaroslava Shvedova in the finals. 2009, Kirilenko was seeded 27th at the Australian Open, but lost to future top-5 player Sara Errani of Italy in the first round. In the Dubai doubles tournament, Kirilenko partnered with Anska Radwanska, and even though they were unseeded, they reached the final, eventually losing to Liesl Huber and Cara Black, the world number 1 doubles pairing at that time. At the 2009 French Open, Kirilenko was unseeded in the singles tournament, and lost to Olivia Rogoska of Australia in the first round. In the doubles tournament, Kirilenko and doubles partner Flavia Pinetta of Italy was seeded 8th. They made it to the third round, before losing to 11th-seeded Anna-Lena Grönefeld of Germany and Patti Schneider of Switzerland. Kirilenko was unseeded at the 2009 Wimbledon Championships and made it to the second round, before losing to 9th-seeded Caroline Wozniacki. At the US Open, she made it to the third round, defeating her doubles partner Radwanska before losing to Li Na. She then competed in the 2009 Hansol Korea Open in Seoul, where she was the defending champion, but lost in the semi-finals to eventual champion Kimiko Date-Krum. 2010 A first Grand Slam quarterfinal, Kirilenko began the year by competing in the 2010 ASB Classic, where she reached the quarterfinals, before losing to Sharapova. With a world ranking at that time of 58, Kirilenko was unseeded at the 2010 Australian Open, where in the first round she upset her friend, former doubles partner, 2008 champion and 14th seed Maria Sharapova, 7-6, 4, 3-6, 6-4, in a 3-hour, 22-minute marathon. It was the second longest women's match in Australian Open history. She advanced to the quarterfinals, before losing to Zhang Jie, who was also unseeded for this tournament. In the doubles portion, she and her partner, Anska Radwanska, was seeded 15th and advanced to the semi-finals, before losing to the world number 1 pairing of Cara Black and Liesl Huber in 3 sets. Kirilenko entered as 32nd seed at the 2010 BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, California. She made it to the third round, before losing to second-seeded Caroline Wozniacki. Kirilenko participated in the Sony Ericsson Open in Miami, Florida as 32nd seed. Like Indian Wells, she advanced to the third round, before again losing to Caroline Wozniacki. Kirilenko played in Rome in the 2010 Internazionale Biennale d'Italia, where she was unseeded. She advanced to the quarterfinals, before losing to world number 1 Serena Williams. Kirilenko entered the French Open as 30th seed. She advanced to the round of 16 here for the first time in her career, before losing to 17th seed and eventual champion Francesca Iavone, having defeated defending champion Svetlana Kostova en route. In the doubles draw of the French Open, Kirilenko and Anska Radwanska were seeded 11th. They reached the quarterfinals, before losing to the eventual champion Serena and Venus Williams in straight sets. At Wimbledon, she was 27th seed in the singles draw. She advanced to the third round, before losing to 8th seed Kim Clijsters. Kirilenko also paired up with Anska Radwanska in the doubles draw, where they were seeded 10th. Kirilenko made the quarterfinals of the 2010 Bank of the West Classic in Stanford, California before losing to Anska Radwanska. She entered the doubles tournament with Victoria Azarenka, but they lost in the semi-finals. She then reached the second rounds of 2010 Western and Southern Financial Group Women's Open in the 2010 Rogers Cup, losing to Vera Zvonova and Victoria Azarenka, respectively. Then at the 2010 Pilot Pen Tennis, she reached the semi-finals, before losing to Nadia Petrova. She reached the third round of the 2010 US Open, losing to 11th seed Svetlana Kostova. She then reached the second rounds of 2010 Hansol Korea Open, losing to former world number 1 Dinara Safina, and 2010 Toray Pan Pacific Open, losing to Flavia Pinetta. At the last premier mandatory event of the year, the 2010 China Open, she lost in the third round to eventual finalist and compatriot Vera. In the 2010 Horsepower Open, she retired in the second round due to a left hip injury against Chiang Kai-chen after losing the first set 4-6. Kirilenko reached the final of the 2010 Kremlin Cup, where she fell to Victoria Azarenka. Kirilenko ended the 2010 season ranked number 20 in the world. 2011 a steady ranking. She competed at the Hong Kong Tennis Classic and won the Gold Group Championship with her compatriots Vera and Yevgeny Kafelnikov. At the Australian Open, she failed to defend her quarter-final points by being knocked out in the second round. However, in the doubles competition, she reached the final, partnered with Victoria Azarenka, but lost to Pinetta and Dulko. She then fell early in the 2011 PTT Pattaya Open and 2011 Dubai Tennis Championships. She then reached the third round of both 2011 BNP Paribas Open and 2011 Sony Ericsson Open, losing to Anska Radworska in both occasions. She then suffered 3 losses in a row in the second round of 2011 Family Circle Cup, and the first rounds of 2011 Mutua Madrid Open and 2011 Internazionale BNL d'Italia. However, she won doubles at the Mutua Madrid Open with Victoria Azarenka. At the 2011 French Open, she reached a fourth round, losing to Andrea Petkovic 6-2, 2-6, 6-4. She then fell in the first round of 2011 UNICEF Open to Kimiko Date Krum. However, she rebounded by reaching the third round of the 2011 Wimbledon, eventually being stopped by the 7th-seeded Serena Williams. She then failed to win back-to-back matches, falling in the second rounds of 2011 Bank of the West Classic, 2011 Mercury Insurance Open, first round of 2011 Rogers Cup, and the second rounds of 2011 Western and Southern Open and 2011 Bank of the West Classic. She then rebounded at the 2011 US Open, losing to eventual champion Samantha Stosur 6-2, 6-715, 17, 6-3 in the fourth round. The second set tiebreak score of 15-17 was the longest in any major in the history of women's tennis. She then reached her first semi-final of the year at the 2011 Guangzhou International Women's Opening to Chanel Sheepas 7-5, 5-7, 6-4. She then played at the 2011 Taipei Pan Pacific Open and the 2011 China Open, where she defeated Samantha Stosur in 3 sets in both occasions in the second round. She also fell in the quarter-finals on both events, losing to Vera Zvonova and Monica Niculescu, respectively. She played her last tournament of the year at the 2011 BGL Luxembourg Open, where she had to withdraw in the second round due to an ankle injury. 2012 a fourth place at 2012 Olympics. Kirilenko began her 2012 season in Sydney, where she didn't reach the main draw after losing against Sofia Lovitzin in the second round of qualifications. After that, she reached the third round of the Australian Open by defeating Gordasieva in the first and Wozniak in the second. Then Kvitova stopped her run with a 6-0-1-0 ret. Later in the year she reached the final of Pattaya Open and then lost to Hantuchova. After second-round losses in both 2012 Dubai Tennis Championships and Doha, she reached the quarter-finals of Indian Wells as the 20th seed, losing to Maria Sharapova 3-6, 7-5, 6-2. She then went on to the round of 16 of Miami as the 22nd seed, losing to Marion Bartoli 6-1, 6-2. She then continued her year from Estoril to Herzogenbosch with a losing record of 3-6. She then played the 2012 Wimbledon Championships as the 17th seed, where she had sudden success, reaching the round of 16 for the first time with easy wins over Alexandra Cadentou, Lourdes Dorman-Wazlino and Sarana Carr, registered trademark RSTEA. She had officially reached the second week of all 4 majors. She then defeated Pang Shuai 6-1, 6-7, 8, 6-3 to reach her second Grand Slam quarter-final and her first at Wimbledon. After almost 3 hours of play, 3 rain delays and switching courts she eventually lost in a very close and tough quarter-final to the Polish number 3 seed Anska Radworska 7-5, 4-6, 7-5. At the 2012 Summer Olympics, Kirilenko reached the semi-finals after defeating 6th seed Petra Kvitova 7-6, 6-3. She lost in the semi-finals to silver medalist Maria Sharapova 6-2, 6-3. She then lost in the bronze medal match to Victoria Azarenka 6-3, 6-4. She then won a bronze medal in women's doubles with Nadia Petrova after beating the number 1 ranked team of Lisa Raymond and Liesl Huber in the bronze medal match 4-6, 6-4, 6-1. Maria returned at the 2012 Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati and lost to Venus Williams 6-3, 6-7, 6-2 in the first round. She bounced back into form at the Premier-level New Haven Open. She scored a top 10 victory over Caroline Wozniacki 7-5 en route to her second final of the season. She was defeated by Kvitova 7-6, 7-5 in the final. Kirilenko ended the summer with a third-round loss to Andrea Lava Infinite Korva 5-7, 6-4, 6-4 at the 2012 US Open. Kirilenko and Petrova defeated the Williams sisters in doubles 6-1, 6-4, but lost in the quarter-final round to Martinez Sanchez and Ligosta Aviv 7-5, 3-6, 7-6. Maria was injured for most of the fall season, but she did reach the quarter-finals of the 2012 Kremlin Cup in October, losing again to Arvidsson. In doubles, Maria and Nadia defeated Cops Jones and Spears to qualify for the year-end championship in Istanbul. 2013 A world number 10 and injuries. At the 2013 Australian Open, Kirilenko made it to the round of 16 where she lost to Serena Williams in straight sets. On February 3 she won the 2013 PTT Pattaya Open, beating Sabine Lisicki 5-7, 6-1, 7-6, 1, in the final. She then won her first singles match in Fed Cup when Russia beat Japan in the first round in straight sets against Kimiko Date-Krum. Maria's next tournament was the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells. After receiving a bye into the second round, she beat Christina Mikhail and Mallory Burdett before upsetting the third seed Anska Radwanska in the fourth round. That was followed by another upset victory over Petra Kvitova in the quarter-finals. However, her run came to an end in the semi-finals with a straight sets defeat by eventual champion Maria Sharapova. She followed it up with a semi-final run at the Monterrey Open, losing to Angelique Kerber in the semi-finals. She reached back-to-back third rounds at the Mutua Madrid Open and Internazionale Biennale d'Italia, losing to Serena Williams and Sara Errani, respectively. At the 2013 French Open, Kirilenko defeated Nina Brochikova, Ashley Barty in the first and second round respectively to advance to the third round, where she defeated Stephanie Var-Paragraph-Gil. Then, in the fourth round, she defeated Bethany Matk-Sands to advance to her first quarter-final at the French Open, where she subsequently lost to her former doubles partner, world number 3 Victoria Azarenka. Her run in Paris catapulted her into the WTA's top 10 for the first time. She then suffered with a knee injury at the Aiken International but still made it through the quarter-finals, losing to Janina Wickmeyer. At Wimbledon, Kirilenko was beaten in the first round by British player Laura Robson in straight sets. As a result, Kirilenko dropped to number 12 in the world rankings, as she was defending a quarter-final appearance from 2012. Despite being a seed, Kirilenko was upset by Eliza Copyright-Cornet and Mona Buthell at the second rounds of Rogers Cup and Western and Southern Open. At the US Open, Kirilenko fell to Simona Halep. Kirilenko started a disappointing Asian swing with a shock 3-6, 1-6, loss to Kimiko Date-Krum in the second round of Seoul. After losing a tight third-round match against Serena Williams in Beijing, Kirilenko lost meekly to Pavilachi in cover 3-6, 3-6 in Moscow. Injury ended her season in Sofia with a 0-5 retirement loss to Eliza Copyright-Cornet. 2014, comeback and out of top 100, Kirilenko is not listed on any entry lists for 2014 tournaments, presumably still recovering from the knee injury suffered in the Tournament of Champions in Sofia. she missed the Australian Open due to the injury. After missing the pair of premier mandatory events at Indian Wells and Miami, Kirilenko made her injury comeback at the Family Circle Cup in Charleston, but was upset in her first match by Swiss qualifier Belinda Bencic, who eventually went on to reach her first WTA semi-final. Kirilenko conceded a walkover to Caroline Garcia before her second-round match at the 2014 Mutua Madrid Open. She defeated Kristina Mladenovic in the previous round 6-4-7-5 and recorded her first victory of 2014. At the Rome Masters, she lost to compatriot Svetlana Kostsova in the first round. She exited in the first round at Roland Garros, winning just 3 games against Swede Johanna Larsson. As a result, her ranking plunged 44 places down to 88th after failing to defend quarter-final points. Kirilenko played the pre-Wimbledon tournament at Herzogenbosch but lost to Mona Barthel 6-3-6-2 in the first round. Kirilenko entered Wimbledon ranked 109th, her lowest in 5 years, but she caused an upset by defeating 18th-seeded Sloane Stephens in the first round. As a result, Sloane's streak of reaching the second week of Grand Slams 6 times consecutively came to an end. In the second round, she lost to Chinese Peng Shuai, again winning just 3 games in her straight sets defeat. Fashion. In 2006, Kirilenko was selected to be the face of Adidas by Stella McCartney tennis range, designed by noted British fashion designer Stella McCartney, and has played exclusively in the gear since the 2006 Australian Open. In 2009, she was replaced by Caroline Wozniacki following the 2009 US Open. She appeared in the 2009 Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition alongside Daniela Hantuchova and Tatiana Golovin in a pictorial entitled Volley of the Dolls. Personal life. In November 2011, Russian ice hockey player Alexander Ovechkin of the Washington Capitals identified Kirilenko as his girlfriend on his Twitter account. On December 31, 2012, Ovechkin confirmed the rumors that he and Kirilenko are engaged. In July 2014, she called off her planned wedding, Ovechkin saying in comments distributed by the Russian Tennis Federation that there were a lot of reasons behind her decision. Ovechkin had faced questions from Russian media about the relationship when he did not accompany Kirilenko to Wimbledon in June 2014. Career statistics. Grand Slam tournaments, singles, doubles, equipment. Currently Kirilenko is using the discontinued Yonex RQIS2 Tour racket. The racket is an extended-length model measuring 27.5 inches long and currently has no replacement. She is using Yonex Poly Tour Pro 1.25, typically strung around 57/53. References. External links. Official website, Maria Kirilenko at the Women's Tennis Association, Maria Kirilenko at the International Tennis Federation.